Do you ever catch yourself replaying conversations in your mind, wondering how someone interpreted your words, your tone, or your energy? Or maybe you even prevent yourself from doing or saying something because you're worried about how somebody is going to interpret it. If you care way too much about what other people think of you, just know you're not alone in this. And in today's video, I'll share why it is that you care so much, along with 3 shifts that you can make to stop living inside other people's minds and start living in your own truth. When I started my YouTube channel a few months ago, I was terrified. And it wasn't because of any technological challenges or editing or just going into this world that I knew nothing about. Yeah, those were scary in its own, but the main thing that had me so terrified and so hesitant to do it was that it was opening me up to be seen in a way that was very uncomfortable for me. Because for me, my fear came around worrying what people would think. People from my past, random strangers, whoever it was that came across my content, I was opening myself up to their judgment of not only what I was saying, but how I was saying it, how I was coming across, my physical appearance, everything. All the things that I'm uncomfortable about with myself, I was opening myself up. And that's a scary thing to do. And my head went to all those places of like worst case scenario situations. And so it took me a really long time to actually decide to do this. But I'll tell you, once I finally got around to hitting publish on that first video, which took me about 4 months after I made the decision to do it, so this wasn't quick even then. Um, but once I hit publish, it was like this weight lifted off me. It was out there. The video was in the world, and whatever happened, I knew I'd be okay to deal with it. And I also realized that so many of those fears that I had, they weren't coming from actual fact or things that were going to happen. They were just in my head. They were my own things I created. And once I realized that so much of this fear of what people think or how they interpret things or how they see me was really a self induced hypothetical situation, it made this so much easier. And I'll be sharing a few of the tips that I used so that hopefully you can start applying these to your life too. Now, here's an important thing that we often forget. Every single person who meets us or has an interaction with us has a different version of us in their mind. Some people might see you as kind, someone else could think that you're arrogant, someone could think that you are intimidating, or you could be seen as quiet or confident, and there can be these varying views of you. But the reality is, none of those are actually the truth of who you are. It's somebody else's version taking their own past life experiences, wherever they're at emotionally, when they have this interaction with you, and their own views and experiences shape their version of you. So when you're worrying about what someone thinks of you and you're trying to control how they see you, you're trying to control this version of you that only exists in their mind. And that's impossible to do. Caring what people think isn't a personality flaw. It's a nervous system response, especially if you grew up in a situation or environment where there was unpredictability, criticism, rejection, feeling like you were walking on eggshells. Your system learned, if I can just make everyone comfortable, I'll be safe. People pleasing, perfectionism, and overthinking are just survival strategies. Nothing is wrong with you. Your body is just trying to protect you. Here's the energetic truth. You can't be fully seen and fully approved of at the same time. When you try to shapeshift to avoid judgment, you're losing your own authenticity. So, that real version of you, the aligned, magnetic, powerful version, it only comes out when you stop living in this performance mode and you start living in presence. The more you honor who you truly are without over explaining or adjusting, the safer your body feels. And that is how you shift patterns. Here are 3 practical shifts that you can start trying in your life to start shifting these patterns today. Ask yourself, what would my opinion be if no one else existed? People rarely ask this, and the reason it's important is because answering it helps reconnect you to your own identity and your own authenticity. Give people permission to misunderstand you. Misunderstanding isn't dangerous, it's a discomfort, and you can survive discomfort. And the more experiences you have where you are surviving this feeling, the more comfortable they become. Commit to one small daily act of self expression. Post the video, send the message, wear the outfit, say the thing. Honor your truth in little doses until your nervous system learns I can be seen and nothing bad happens. So I challenge you, try to start making these shifts and see how it impacts you. Do something that scares you, do something out of your comfort zone, and do it knowing that whatever the outcome is, even if it's your worst fear and you get criticized or people think badly of you, just be confident that you are strong enough to get through it. And the more that you start doing these things where you're pushing yourself out of your comfort zone and you're challenging these internal fears where you have to overcome the thought of what is somebody else going to think of if I do or say these things, the more empowering it becomes to do them. So if this video resonated, if you got something good out of it, if it helped you in any way, leave a comment below, share it with somebody else. And really, I just want to thank you for being here with me and for just by watching this, by supporting me overcome my fear of what people think of me and making it become less of an impactful thing in my life. And my wish is that the same happens to you. And I would love for you to come and tell me all about it when it does. Thank you so much, and I'll see you next time.